It's not easy to attract people when you're a small theater in the middle of Cresson. And we've really worked hard at getting as many people involved in theater as we can. And we hope at some level we've been successful with that.
Well, we used to always say it was a pre-Civil War barn. We spent some time researching the barn. In fact, we just wanted to know, was it accurate to say we were pre-Civil War? And as it turns out, we think we were.
Some things that people probably don't know is that it was a campground and that they had actually a swimming pool right beyond where the concession stand currently is. And there was also a giant inn that actors would actually stay at whenever it was still running. There was a restaurant, all kinds of things. There was a bar, and that has since been shut down. Our logo back here has the barn outline, and this is what served as that model. And then the group of volunteers, which was known as Applause Unlimited, it was a whole board of people that put in all of the work and volunteer work together to make the barn what we really know it as today. They put on a front porch, ticket booth, side entrances, they closed off the barn door in the front, and it became what we know today. The tree they kept in the middle. We unfortunately had to get rid of the tree, but it was up through the middle and they built all around that. We've extended the porch. We now have a deck around the side, all of that. And here they had, which I don't know, I think this is pretty special, I'd love to bring this back, but they had Cresson Lake Playhouse all the way painted along the back, which I think is phenomenal. Very, very cool.
We now have a very large, it's arena worthy microphone system.
We had that installed last year. We had a major sound upgrade, and these speakers are ones that you would put in a massive auditorium. We can run up to 32 different inputs and microphones, things like that, and that you don't find in a theater this small. I think that is really great. And also our lighting. We had a lighting and technical director that was with us for a very long time that served us wonderfully. I mean, he knew everything about power and lighting and the way that it hit and the way that it would make our stage, which is very unique because it's a traverse stage and there's an audience on both sides. That's extremely unique for our area. And he was able to make our sound and our lighting work super well for that area.
Hi, I'm Kathy and Zana. I've been involved with Cresson Lake Playhouse since the 1980s, and I've been affiliated in every aspect of the Playhouse except for being on stage. My heart truly lies in the props and the costumes. I love the hunt of finding the most unusual. As you can see, we've accumulated a vast amount of props and costumes here. The talent doesn't necessarily only lie on stage. Our set designers, our set builders, our stage managers, they have a vast amount of talent.
If you don't like being on the stage, there's lots of opportunities to get involved, including ushering, cleanup days, and really just watch the Facebook page for any events that you might want to help volunteer with.
I hadn't really had any experience with Cresson Lake, but my uncle had experiences with Cresson Lake many years before that, and it was always something I'd wanted to do. And I was so glad when I had the opportunity to finally jump in. And now it's really like a second home. There's just something about being around these people that is a family-like atmosphere.
I love the intimacy of the barn theater. I don't think you can replicate that sense of being part of whatever's going on stage, and as an actor, connecting, even though you're not sometimes looking directly at people, but sometimes you are, just connecting with them so closely. It's really a unique experience, and I think one of the things that makes Cresson Lake Playhouse so special.
I think 50 is such a huge thing. The year 50 for any organization is just mind-boggling to me because there are so many things that don't hit 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, let alone something as small as a little barn theater. You would never suspect something like that would go on for so many years. It's just something that I've grown up with. Many kids in youth theater, in other shows, they're all growing up with this theater. Our patrons are growing up with this theater, and you would never think something so small as a tiny little barn theater would sustain 50 years.
So season subscriptions are a great way to ensure that you have a ticket for every main stage performance. It ensures that you've got the same seat and that you are able to have a ticket before everything sells out, as most of our summer shows do. You can get those tickets by going to CressonLake.com. We hope to see you there.